Good morning everyone. I'm just on my way to breakfast here and I just want to show you the view from the balcony on the door side of the apartment before I show you the other side. So this is what we can see as we open our door to come out of our apartment. You can see it's a little bit overcast today, but this is pretty much what the inside looks like. A lot of it's an interesting sight. It's an interesting sight. These trees here, this is called a palmyra tree. We have something very similar in Australia, but not quite. Anyway, let's get to breakfast. We had a storm last night, and we had a blackout twice, and it was a bit of an electrical storm. Anyway, let me show you what it looks like. Ooh, almost stuck it. Let me show you what it looks like on that side. So that is what it looks like. I think I can see Christine there. That is what it looks like. On this side you can see the ocean and there's obviously a nice pool. It's a bit wet this morning. So we are so close to the water. This is where Christine is having a, what are you having? Juice?
Just watermelon.
Watermelon juice. Anyway. And that is where the water is. Unbelievable. Fantastic. We're sitting outside. We've got this thing as a covering it. It's covering us. So sitting here and gonna have breakfast. Anything to say to the people?
Just having pitu. There's no buffet.
Just having. Are you okay with that?
I love it. It's my favourite.
Okay. So we're just on our way to our first meeting for the day. The Trincomalee. Well, actually, Leo preached last night. We didn't go, but this morning is our first morning meeting. So we're on our way. Some of the stuff you see on the side of the road is really interesting, of course, because in Australia we don't have all these temples and stuff. So there's a lot of Hindu temples to like Big Nash, which is like the elephant god. And interesting, they also have some Catholic statues on the side of the road these days too. So really interesting, and a whole lot of palmyra trees. I don't think I've seen as many down in Colombo as I have up north, because they're obviously a little bit more on the top. And if you remember, those palmyra trees are the ones that look like a fan, the leaves. So it's really interesting.
As pastors and leaders of the church, this is one of our main callings, is to shepherd and pastor and lead God's people.
Well, I'm sitting here waiting for the upload to happen. It has been very long. It said it was about 100 minutes and I'm here at 58 minutes still trying to upload this latest video. I've still got 2 vlogs to actually edit. Because of yesterday's travel day I wasn't able to do any editing, but I hope to get some of that done. It doesn't mean that it's going to get uploaded before we leave though, that's the only thing, because of the upload time. But I tell you what, it's actually a pretty nice view to be able to sit and wait for this. It's not like I'm in a dingy little room. It's a really beautiful view here. Let me show you. We're actually going to our evening meeting, which is probably a little bit more of an outreach, is that right? Tonight?
Yes.
So we're on our way, so that's some of the footage that we've seen. Well, Leo doesn't say much, only when he's preaching. He's saving all his words. You know how men have less words? It's because he's saving them all up for when he's preaching. So we've just arrived at the open air meeting. You can see the people behind us. They've put a stage up front and they've asked us to sit up there. I don't know how comfortable we really are doing that. But they've prepared everything for the open air meeting. They've got some really cool music happening to try and draw the people. So that's going to be, hopefully it's a good meeting.
Jesus.
அதனால் அந்த நம்முடைய பாவத்தின் விளைவாய் நமக்கு வர வேண்டியதான அந்த மரணமானது தண்டனையாக இயேசுவின் மேலே விழுந்தது.
Him who knew no sin became sin on the cross.
அவர் பாவம் செய்யவில்லை, நமக்காய் பாவமாகி.
A lot of these people here that are here today, they're actual Hindus. They're not Christians. We find that a lot of these people have marks on their foreheads. This is a really powerful ministry that this church has here, because this church is actually right next to a Hindu temple. But people are seeking healing. People are seeking answers. They're wanting something that's real. And these people, you know, the Christians, they can show that Jesus is real. There is a reality in our God, and that is exactly what this is all about.
All is tight. His hair is so tight last time. Now it's okay. Now okay.
Jesus is healing people. If you have faith, you want to receive a miracle, come and receive a miracle from Jesus.
Of course. Can you ask him to tell me his testimony? What happened?
சாட்சி சொல்லி நடந்தது.
நடந்தது தம்பி சாட்சி
And
சொல்லு.
your age?
எனக்கு ஜெவமன்ன குலத்துல வச்சது.
Tell.
Yes. I had, my head was something wrong.
தலை சுத்துற மாதிரி பின்னால போற மாதிரி கைகால் நடுங்குற இழுக்கிற மாதிரி
He was shaking and then he fell backwards. It felt like somebody was shaking him and pulling him backwards. Somebody was pulling him backwards. And everything was bending and folding and twisting and turning felt like uncontrollably. Even the legs too. And then what happened? How does he feel now? He feels really good now. How old are you? Okay, bye, sir. 10. 13.
13. That's right. 13.
மனசை திறந்து காயங்க